Maybe she's not American. Maybe she travels, often abroad, and calls on short notice after 3 weeks, a month, as soon as she can, but delayed enough for that internal pressure to propel me to her arms by command and compulsion. Maybe she's an island girl, tawny skin and thick black hair, wild, dark almond eyes, full lips I trace with tender passion with my tongue. Perhaps I've known her for years, nothing anonymous for me, nothing casual, not committed, but suiting our respective remote natures, wounded monogamy, indulgent physical friendship that consumes 5 or 6 or 7 hours of some one or a few Saturdays of each month or season, embrace, caress, and so on, and because it is me and her again and again, etc., but we need not dwell on that. You might be glad for me to find I'm not as isolated as my partial explications may suggest. You may feel I've not been utterly frank, now or in the past. To this I smile, slightly sly, silent, and then, in a seemingly irrelevant aside, mention my love of science, physics, quantum mechanics, particles and waves, and Schrodinger's cat, and the byplay between virtual and virtuosity and virtue. I would not be proud, not pleased with such a compromise. It would be almost a desperate thing, a bargain against to spare my one seduction, the time I fell and stayed down for years then, perhaps because this man's body of mine was not upheld by the promise, empty as it seems, of God to sustain me in my darkest hours. It is, perhaps, my rebellion, disobedient, deliberate, addictive, unrepentant, wrong, and I don't care. If I found no comfort in awaiting God's notice, if I shattered with loss, broken, grieving, and when I could see again saw her, well, sometimes she might say she's falling in love with me, and I might say, shh, or yes, of course you are, or make no reply but fingertips on her cheek. And this is more than God has done for me lately. It could be, though, that I am always alone. That is the impression I create. But who is always alone? It must be a metaphor, as this must be as well.